So I am Frida Larios, a mother of two, and a wife of another, and a great-great-great-granddaughter of the Maya, of the Pre-Columbian.
Frida Larios is a graphic designer and typographic artist from El Salvador, living in Washington, D.C. On November 21, Larios led a storytelling workshop for children at a Museo del Barrio in New York, where she read a children's story she created, titled The Village That Was Buried by an Erupting Volcano. The book is written in Spanish, English, and a new Mayan language she developed. An ambassador for the International Indigenous Design Network, Larios collaborates with cultural institutions in El Salvador, as well as the Salvadorian Embassy in Washington.
There's immigrated children and youth that live here that are losing connection with their root.
Larios also facilitates workshops to encourage young Central Americans living in the U.S. to embrace their culture through art.
I was born in San Jose, Costa Rica, which is also in Central America, from Salvadoran parents. So my parents are from El Salvador, so I consider myself an El Salvadoran. I became a graphic designer, and that took me to England. I studied at University College Falmouth, and Falmouth is a little sailing town and fishing town in the southwest of England, in Cornwall. And this is where I first started having questions of identity, because I was so far away from my own culture and placed into this very new culture for me. My English was American in a way, so I had to kind of learn a new language.
After graduating from the University of Falmouth, Larios enrolled in a master's program at Central St. Martin's School of Design. Inspired by Maya collections at the British Museum, Larios dedicated her thesis project to the study of the ancient Maya language, which eventually led to the creation of the new Maya language hieroglyphics.
The new Maya language is a redesign and recomposition and investigation of certain logo hieroglyphics that have been studied from the Maya script. This new Maya language, like I have titled, is a book and is an expression of different media. And the idea is that you can take certain parts of the ancestral hieroglyphics and compose new ones to create new sentences, new meanings, new narratives that are relevant to children and youth and even a general audience in our contemporary times. So for example, I'll show you. This is the family at home. It's composed by the thatched roof, the adobe steps or walls of an ancestral Maya home, and you can see the mother, the child, and the young brother living in the home. This hieroglyphic didn't exist in ancestral times, but I've taken certain aspects of the ancestral ones and created this new piece.
My name is Marita Solano. I'm the community schools manager for CASA. We are the largest nonprofit immigrant rights advocacy group in the state of Maryland. So Frida's project, I think, is important because one of the things we want to be able to remind our students constantly of is this idea of that their cultural identity is valuable. Mm-hmm. I think many times they come to this country, in particular the population that we're working with, comes to this country and loses the sense of identity or feels this need to disassociate themselves from who they are and where they came from. And I think the beauty of like the new Mayan language is that it looks at the past to sort of move forward.
After finishing her master's program, Frida went to live in the mountains of Copan, Honduras, where she continued her research while living among the Maya Chortí peoples. In 2013, Larios was commissioned to redesign the exterior of an archaeological museum called Joya de Seren in El Salvador. She used a set of new Maya language hieroglyphs.
This archaeological site was about the study of the common Maya people who lived in a community 1400 years ago and were preserved under volcanic ash due to a volcanic eruption by the Loma Caldera volcano at the time 590 after Christ. It became the source of polemic for conservative archaeologists who think that the glyphs are sacred. They cannot be redesigned, basically. And so, I mean, if you ask a graphic designer, they will just, think that it is that knowledge needs to be made relevant today, especially to children and youth, so that there's an interest, there's an application, and it's not only left in museums behind glasses or in books and not being made available to the common.